Donald Faison is here. I made a War Games reference going to break, which you got, Donald. Right?
Absolutely.
Chris Brockman then just revealed about 30 seconds ago he's never seen War Games.
Never seen it.
I just don't understand how that's possible. You said you're 35 years old?
Yeah, 35 years old.
There's no way that you didn't see War Games. It was out when you were a youth. You grew up in the 80s.
Now, hold on a second, though, because Ferris Bueller's Day Off just had its 30th anniversary.
I bet you've seen that.
No, but he has. You've seen that, right,
Yeah,
Brockman?
I've seen it 100 times.
Now, was War Games before or after?
Good question.
This sounds, by the way, this sounds like a Winsanity.
It is a Winsanity.
You know what I mean? This sounds like, so what's higher?
I would say Winsanity came first. I mean, sorry, Winsanity should come first. I would say War Games came first.
All right, I'm going to post the tweet that Donald is here, and then I'm going to look this up.
Well, I mean, that's what Google's for. Just look it up first and then post that Donald's
Oh,
here.
it's already posted.
Okay,
what am I looking at? War Games?
War Games.
Was before or after Ferris Bueller's Day Off?
Okay, War Games.
I'm going to say before.
Yeah, I think so, too.
War Games is 1983.
Uh-huh. And Ferris Bueller's
was 86.
Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you were you could have seen War Games.
You were 2
Ferris
years
Bueller,
old.
1986.
Yeah.
I was 2 when
You
War
were
Games came out.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That would have been nice. To be 2 when War Games came out, I mean, I was 35 now, I guess, huh? That would have been awesome.
Donald Faison is here. Winsanity premieres tonight on
Yes.
GSN at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And this is not only a game that folks in the studio can play along with the contestant, but mere folks like us.
At home. Just log on to winsanitylive.com, register, you play along with the show, and you can also win $10,000 in a brand new car.
Just by sitting at home.
Just by sitting home and playing along with us.
And how do you play along? What do you do here?
It's simple. You just pretty much play the game on your laptop, your phone,
Your tablet.
your tablet.
All that stuff.
All of those nifty gadget things that came out after War Games.
And so, yeah, so well, one thing, though, for sure, you can guarantee that playing Winsanity at home will not kick off some computer at NORAD starting global thermonuclear war.
Absolutely not.
You're not going to get in the mainframe by doing anything like
We will stay at DEFCON 5 for the remainder of the show.
It's all lost on Brockman. That's so sad.
It's like this over. It just keeps going.
Right over.
So Winsanity is essentially where you're ranking
numerical facts, yeah.
Whether it is a movie date or number of episodes for a TV show.
Absolutely.
Or we just saw in the television clip the number of squares that's in a Ben & Jerry's ice cream cone.
That guy was very lucky, actually, because someone in the audience worked at Ben & Jerry's.
So he was able to ask somebody in the audience?
Yeah, you're always able to turn to the audience and say, help me out, am I doing this right? And the audience will, you know, a lot of the times they'll tell you you're wrong, and you'll be like, well, why am I wrong? And they're like, oh, I'm just saying you wrong.
So it's a conversation back and forth.
Absolutely.
So you found there's a Ben & Jerry's employee that knew the number of squares?
We didn't find the person. The person just happened to be there that day, and he was like, listen, I worked at Ben & Jerry's for some time, and
was so bored they counted the squares on it.
My job was pressing waffle cones, and I was so bored doing it that I counted the squares on the waffle cone.
No kidding.
No kidding. And the guy got it right, and that was for, as you can see, that was for the win.
Donald Faison here in the Rich Eisen Show studio. How are you enjoying doing the game show hosting?
I love it. It's great. It's different. It's not acting, and I have to be me, which is fine. I'm all right with that.
Yeah, sure.
If I had to be anyone else, I'd rather be me. So
sure.
But yeah, it's great. I like being in front of a studio audience and making jokes and dancing and singing and playing games.
So let me ask you this question. Let's play a little Winsanity here.
Let's get it.
Let's play a little Winsanity here. The show, the film, Something New, came out before or after you were the star of the Celebrity All-Star Game at the NBA?
After.
Came out before?
Before I was ever in an All-Star game.
Well, it says you were the 2009 Celebrity All-Star Game star. 2009. By it, I mean the card that I have here. My card's never
I don't know about that, because I didn't get MVP that year.
No, what year did you get MVP?
I never got MVP.
Well, I'm just calling you the star of the game. How
well,
about
that's
that?
nice of you, but that's... So it's kind of like you made it up.
Well, Brockman wins something at home. He just sat there and he played along. Does that make sense?
I took the under, so.
So these are actual facts that need to be played in Winsanity.
Yeah, they're actual numerical facts.
Okay. So in 2000, how many NBA All-Star games have you been involved in?
I played
multiple?
in like 5 of them.
Look at you.
Something like
What's
that.
that like, being in those games?
It's cool until you, I mean, my stat line is horrible. It's like 6 for 50-something.
Wow.
I put it up.
No kidding.
I put it up. Yeah.
So you were launching it.
Yes, absolutely.
From which points of the hardwood?
From behind the arc, mostly because I was scared to go inside and get beat down by somebody like Rick Fox or,
Rick Fox
people
is
will
out
sit
there?
here and be like, people will sit here and say Lisa Leslie is a sweetheart, but if you've ever played basketball with her, she will elbow you in your face. I'm just putting it out there.
She's a champion. I mean,
Yes, and they do not like to lose.
They know one speed. People like Lisa Leslie. I've seen, flag football games with
Right.
people like Jerry Rice,
Yes.
Marino, Montana, Dion.
Yes.
No. They do not want to lose those
I
games.
played in that flag football
The
game.
Madden one?
Yeah, the one that's at UCLA, I think it is, or something like that.
Was
Yeah,
it the one in Malibu?
yeah, that's the one I played in. Yeah, and
That's the one that Irvin blew his Achilles in.
is it really? Really?
He took one move and Michael
That was
Irvin's
it.
Achilles popped. Yeah.
I remember catching a pass from not Dan Marino because he didn't play in the
Montana?
game. No, it wasn't Montana.
Aikman?
No, not Aikman either. I'm
Oh my
totally
gosh.
blanking right now.
Do you need to phone
from
somebody?
From Denver. The quarterback from
Elway?
Denver. Elway. That hurts, dude. Never try and catch a ball when Elway throws it because he only knows one speed. Heat. Ah! You can see it in his eyes. He went like zombie on me. I ran across, I ran my pattern and came around, and in his eyes, it looked like they went dead. And then the ball came. You ever see Pet Sematary 2? Remember the dad after they brought him back to life? That's what he looked like when he was throwing me the ball. I caught it, but it hurt.
Now, for those in the viewing and listening audience of this show that have not seen Pet Sematary 2,
Right.
do you need to see Pet Sematary 1 to understand Pet Sematary 2?
No, Pet Sematary is just a place where they go and bury pets, and they come back to life. And so they
So it's one of
decided
those
to,
sequels that you don't need to come in with a frame of reference.
No, none whatsoever. In the sequel, they decided to bury a dude's dad in the pet cemetery.
Oh my gosh.
And he comes back to
But
life.
that's not a pet cemetery at all.
No, it's not a pet cemetery.
So they just.
They
What,
just
so why
decided-
do you call it Pet Cemetery?
That was the name of the first one, I
What the
guess.
hell?
I guess that was the name of the first one.
Why did you see Pet Sematary 2?
Because I was young when it came out, and that was one of the movies that I snuck
Do you
into.
like scary movies?
He's young and
Yeah,
impressionable.
when you're young, you go see movies
Okay.
because you have time to kill.
When was the last horror movie you saw in the theater?
The last horror
put
movie I
down
saw in the theater.
hard-earned Donald Faison American dollars down to say I'm going to see a horror movie.
It's been a long time, man, because I
Pet
don't like
Sematary
it.
too.
Probably because I really do not like horror movies at all, man. That scares me, man.
I'm not a fan of him either.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's like a big one, I guess, that's coming out this weekend.
You're like The Conjuring or something like
Conjuring
that.
By
2.
the way, and but two.
Right, do you
I
have
haven't
to see
seen
one?
I haven't seen one.
Do you have to see one?
But by the way, I'm sitting there watching quarter 2 of the NBA Finals
Right.
with my 8 and my 5-year-old.
Right.
And all of a sudden,
Here we go.
somebody's crawling out of a cellar.
Right.
And the Conjuring.
A person's head opens up and her arms are like this.
I'm
And
like,
stuff.
thank you. At 2:30 in the morning, I could set my watch for somebody toddling into my room.
Right.
What the hell was that problem?
Daddy. Right.
And they had the Independence Day one last night.
Yeah.
Like the world's blowing up.
Right.
And I'm like, all my kid wants to do is see Andre Iguodala hitting the penis. That's all he wants.
Hitting the penis?
Did you
I missed it.
You missed it.
I fell asleep.
No, that didn't happen last night. It happened
okay.
games
That was
1 and
game
2.
one.
Okay.
It happened twice in the NBA Finals so far. Didn't happen last night.
Okay. Andre Iguodala's punching people in the penis?
No, Dellavedova hit him.
Getting hit.
Okay, got it.
Well, that makes sense now.
That
right?
makes more sense than
Yeah.
Because we all know Dellavedova has issues with people and their body.
And limbs and kicking and holding stuff like that.
He flails. Just to get back to how competitive
Oh,
athletes
by the
are
way,
and stuff like that.
just take a look at it. That's LeBron in Game 2 going at Iguodala right there, right in the manhood.
See, that's not that bad because he's like leaning in and it's kind of a
But
lift.
the Dellavedova one, I think, let's show that. Let's cue this up for Donald Faison. Here we go, going for the ball.
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
not really-
And then finds plural.
That's not really going for the ball. He's going for both balls. Yeah. Just to get back to the
Yes.
competitive spirit of
Yes.
athletes, and we were talking about the All-Star games and everything like that, Magic Johnson is still mad at me.
From what?
Because the last time I got to play in a celebrity All-Star game, it was in Houston, and I was having a really good game, you know what I mean? and I came down. I'm actually fortunate enough to play in the last 2 minutes of the game. We've come all the way back against Terrell Owens.
Crunch time.
Crunch time. We came all the way back against Terrell Owens, who shouldn't have been playing in a Celebrity All-Star game anyway, because he. Come on, man.
He was sitting in this seat 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows what's up. You know that he was still playing football at the time, and they were like, yeah, come and play in the All-Star game.
So you're saying he was not a mere mortal. He should not have been playing in that game. He did play college
basketball.
Yeah.
But he's playing against retired NBA players, and they're having a hard time keeping up with him because he's still playing football at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure, of course.
Anyway, we're coming back. We're making our push. 2 minutes to go. I'm running the point, believe it or not. I bring the ball up, right? I'm patting it. Clyde Drexler's right here. I got a Harlem Globetrotter guarding me. Cross. What am I gonna do? I'll pass to freaking Clyde Drexler, right? He's a champion.
Yeah.
I go to pass, and the freaking Globetrotter bulldozes into me and takes the ball and goes for a layup, right? And then, they're now up 4 with a little bit of time to go. I go to get the ball again. Dan Marley says, no, Donald, go. Clyde, bring it up. I look at Magic. Magic won't look at me, right?
Is he the coach?
He's the coach.
Oh, my God.
He won't look at me, right? We lose the game. I walk in. Julius Erving is the other coach. Oh, my God. And Dominique Wilkins is on the team, too. I walk into the green room, right? And they're in there, with their, sitting back, just chilling and everything, feeling all good about their win. I go to Magic to be like, hey, man, dude. Tough. They should have called that. It was a foul, though.
Yeah.
He won't even talk to me. I walk up to him like Magic, and he just walks away. And I'm like, no.
He put you on the pay no mind?
He was like, get away from me. And since then, me and him haven't been cool. Magic, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let it go. Let it go.
It's a turnover.
It was years ago.
Donald Faison on Winsanity, premiering tonight on GSN at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for getting us through that fire drill.
Thank you for having me here,
please,
man.
anytime. Check it out, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight on GSN. Donald Faison.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.